Okay, dysmorphia and schizophrenia. I'm sorry, I'm making coffee if you can hear that back there. Dysmorphia and schizophrenia. If you have both. What happened, which was actually kind of scary in the beginning, but now that I know what it is and I've been in treatment and I'm, you know, pretty much back to normal. Um, I'm not scared of it anymore. I kind of understand, and it's a little bit funny, not not totally funny, but just a little bit, you know. Well, my face had changed so much and so often that I had to stop taking pictures. I have some pictures that I did not post on Facebook ever where I literally am unrecognizable. I look like a totally different person. Not only that, but at the time I was also dyeing my hair blonde. So I I was like somebody else. And what happens is in your mind you start to believe you're a different person or that somebody else is doing this to you, because it then connects, it starts coming with other personalities. And when I am another personality, or when I feel like I'm totally different than who I am originally, I don't lose a lot of memory. Sometimes I forget things, but I'm not like, there's that movie coming out where that guy has 23 different personalities. If you've seen the trailer, it's not completely like that. It was scary. It was scary to me because I know what that is. And I didn't want to become that. I saw so many people in my head that I was frightened of what I could become. And people were scared of me because I would tell them, there's things and it's freaking me out. And, but I got control of that now. I'm pretty much myself most of the time. But I see them in my head with my different faces. And sometimes they take on, a different personality, and it's very real to me that they seem like other people. But then I look at them, I'm like, oh my God, that was me. And I just look different because I look in the mirror at that moment and I don't look like that little girl anymore. I don't look like that anymore. I'm not blonde. I don't have red hair. My face isn't as round, or my eyes aren't as big, or sometimes my eyes were really, really small and beady, that I looked like somebody else. And I now know all of the different things that I was, and I can really see whether or not it was myself. But the reality is, you don't do things to hurt yourself. You just don't. If you do, you're really crazy. But I think for the most part, most people don't want to hurt themselves. If it's them, they just want to do good things for themselves, whatever they want to do, right? So for a while, I was just kind of confused in my head as to which one was me and which one I was trying to be, and which I I just couldn't tell. And so I was changing constantly, and it was irritating because it was so much and so often, and I was just trying to stay the same. The biggest challenge is to stay the same as far as your personality and your morals and your thoughts. Stay the same as whatever face that you have, so that when you are separated from yourself mentally, you don't go against yourself, because that's when it gets scary. And you never want to the problem is, if you're like an aspiring actress or something, you have all these characters that you want to be, and they're totally nothing like who you really are. They can get stuck in your head, you know, and that's kind of like what was happening to me. I was just pretending to be other people, pretending to be a certain way, making fun of. I'll give you an example. It's not a good one. It's gonna make me look bad, but like pretending to act like a white girl, whatever that means, but you know what I mean. And uh, it may have been offensive to some white people, but I was doing it and it got separated and was truly annoying me. And then that white girl didn't want me to be myself because she had an attitude. She talked about it like she's a different person, but when I pretended to be a white girl, I was like, I had an attitude, and I would say stupid shit, and if somebody was getting hurt, I would think it was funny because that's how I think white girls are. Obviously not all of them. I know that. God, I'm not racist. But, you know, just over exaggerating the white girl. And it got stuck in my head. It's just one of those things that I was doing. So that affected my dysmorphia and my skin color. Vitiligo runs in my family. I'll talk about that in a different video. I don't have the classic case of vitiligo where your skin turns pale, pale white. My aunts have that. I have one white spot here on my forehead somewhere. I've had that white spot since ever I can remember, but it never grew. What's happened to me is that I lost all of my skin color, and now I'm getting melasma. If you don't know what melasma is, it's dark spots. I have dark spots now on my legs and all across my buttocks. It looks like a big old birthmark. But those are new changes that I thought were part of my dysmorphia, that connect to my schizophrenia, that come from those personalities and all of that stuff. And, you know, I don't know where anything comes from anymore. What I do know is that it is possible to get back to your original self, and you start to realize the problems with your personality and your past and the connections between what you went through in reality and how you dealt with it in your head, how it's affected you. That all comes together with treatment. So if you're not there yet, stick with your medication. I'll say it all the time. And, you know, things will come to you. If you don't have schizophrenia, you know somebody with the illness, just be sensitive to what they might be going through and talk to them. Don't treat them like they're some sort of a black sheep. That is so annoying, you know. It's like we still have emotions, and it hurts our feelings, you know what I mean? If you just ignore us. I know a lot of times we're quiet. We don't say a lot to people. We get mad, or some people might be talking to themselves in the middle of the room. But encourage them. I'll talk in another video about gifting schizophrenics, good gifts for them. I mean, they're obvious gifts for helping them get through it. Okay. That's it.